Hi everyone, my name is Otiti Jasmine. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about the sacrifice that pleases God. Okay, so in First Samuel, Hannah doesn't have a son, she doesn't have a daughter, she doesn't have anything, and the other wife, Penina, keeps mocking her, provoking her year after year because she's barren. And so they go up to the feast one year at Shiloh, and Hannah is not eating because the woman is in mourning. And her husband is asking her what's going on. Am I not enough for you? Am I not more than 10 sons? But the point is, she was barren and she was heartbroken. So she cries out to God and she promises that if you give me a son, I will dedicate him to you. So God heard her and he opened her womb. When she gives birth and she gives birth to Samuel, she waits to wean him. She takes him to the temple and she gives him up to God, like she said. She dedicates him, like she said. Now, Samuel grows up in the temple ministering to the Lord. At that time in Israel, the word of the Lord was rare because, the Israelites were being disobedient, they were being idolatrous, rebellious, all these different things. And there were prophets in the temple. There was Eli, there were his sons, but they were corrupt. So they weren't actually hearing from God. Samuel comes up on the scene, right? And Samuel is ministering to the Lord. He's in the temple. He's submissive to Eli. He's doing all these different things. And then one night, he hears his name, Samuel. So he goes to Eli and he's like, "You called me." Eli says, "I didn't call you. Go back to sleep." So he goes back to lie down. He hears his name again. He goes back to Eli. He's like, "You called me." And Eli, it's starting to click for Eli that, okay, the Lord wants to speak to Samuel. So he said, when you hear your name again, say, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." So when the Lord calls Samuel a third time, Samuel says, "Speak, Lord, your servant hears." And then God starts downloading some heavy stuff to him about the judgment coming to Eli and his sons because of their behavior. My point here is that Hannah made a sacrifice that pleased God. Even before she got her promise, she laid it at his feet. Before she knew he would give her a yes, she had decided in her heart, "I will dedicate my firstborn to you if you would just give me children." And by the way, he gave her like 5 other children after Samuel, so it's not like the only one she ever had was in his service. No, she had sons and daughters as well. So Hannah's sacrifice pleased God because it was from her heart, right? She was like, "This is what I need, and if you give it to me, I'll offer it to you." So her sacrifice pleased God. Samuel's sacrifice pleased God because for him it was about devotion. The sacrifice that pleases God is devotion, wholehearted devotion. In Deuteronomy 10, from verses 12 to 13, 14, it's talking about what does the Lord your God require of you, but to love him with all your heart, to fear him, to serve him. God is looking for our obedience. He's looking for our whole heart. That means he doesn't want 50% of your heart, okay? He doesn't want 80